Trump just did something irreversible to the US economy. This decision alone could fundamentally destroy the foundation of the petrodollar. The US-Iran war is turning into a disaster and forcing the United States to take really bad decisions. Oil prices have been rising faster than ever, and they have crossed over $100. And this is creating a very dangerous situation in the market because a lot of US allies rely on that oil. First of all, let's take Japanese countries or Asian countries such as Japan and South Korea. 95% of the Japanese oil comes from Middle East. 70% of South Korean oil comes from Middle East. And since Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz, since the United States have launched this attack on Iran, now these countries, which are very close allies of the United States, don't have much oil. So Japan has released its strategic oil reserves. And when that is going to be over, it is going to be a catastrophe for a country that heavily relies on manufacturing. The same thing could be said about South Korea. But it's not just about the Asian countries, it's also about Europe. Yes, Europe does not import much of its oil from Middle East, but global oil prices are interconnected with one another. So if oil prices globally rise, that means that oil prices in Europe are also going to rise. And if you look at countries such as Germany that heavily relies on manufacturing, they are going to get out of business. Now, Germany suffered a lot when the Russian energy stopped flowing to Germany because a lot of German factories began closing down. And now we have another energy crisis. It seems like it is going to send Germany into a stone age. And finally, it's also a pressure over the United States as well, because if you look at oil prices or gas prices, they have risen by 30, 50, or even doubled in some places. And that is creating political instability, even though that from the other side, it might be beneficial for the United States. Rising oil prices means that more countries will be buying oil using US dollars. That means that there is more demand for the US treasuries. I mean, look at a country such as Japan that holds $1.3 trillion of US treasuries. Part of the reason they do that is because they use a lot of that money to buy oil from Middle East, since Middle East only sells oil in US dollars. But it seems like that is about to change because countries are trying to negotiate with Iran bypassing the United States. And this is not an exaggeration. China, for example, secured its ships to pass through the Strait of Hormuz because it is a close ally of Iran. France is right now negotiating with Iran and forgetting about the United States. Something like that was unimaginable even 2 weeks ago. Now, maybe what? 2 weeks from now, Japan is going to negotiate with Iran and will say, listen, we will buy your own oil and we don't even have to pay in US dollars. We will pay you in Japanese yen. Do you see how this is quickly accelerating and putting an end to the petrodollar? And Iran could set actually its own terms. And part of the terms could be, if you want us to sell you the oil and if you want us to let your ships to go through the Strait of Hormuz, maybe it's time to lift the sanctions out of the United States. And that could potentially jeopardize the entire financial power that the United States has built since 1944. But Trump has a plan to fix this problem because Trump always has a plan. So if you look at oil prices, there are different kind of benchmarks to track oil prices. Look at Brent. Brent's oil price right now is $103. But if you look at WTI, it's $98. This is West Texas Intermediate. Why? Because this is an American oil or mostly light oil, and this is mostly like global oil. However, these are not the only benchmarks. And why do we have so many different kind of oil prices? And that's because the oil industry is extremely complicated. First, you have two different kind of oils in different parts of the world. So you have heavy oil, you have light oil. That oil must be extracted from the ground first, and then it must be refined, and then it can be sold. So it must be shipped to its final destination. And refineries are extremely expensive. It's not easy, and nobody actually wants to build them. The United States has a lot of light oil, but most of the refineries in the United States has been built back in 1960s and 70s when the United States was extracting a lot of heavy oil. So, a lot of oil that the US extracts is being shipped to the rest of the world, and the United States imports heavy oil from Canada because it is much more financially reasonable to do something like that. Since margins on selling oil are extremely low and you have to make a lot of investments to extract that oil, a lot of businesses are not ready to invest billions of dollars. They might rather use their current refineries that we have all across the globe. So here's Trump's plan. Since the United States has a lot of oil, Canada has a lot of oil, and Venezuela, why don't we build more refineries in the United States and detach US prices from the rest of the world so that the United States is no longer going to be dependent on the Strait of Hormuz? And since the US has a lot of oil and Venezuela is the largest oil not producer, but rather has proven reserves in the world, we can simply make all the oil in the United States and sell them to Japan and the European Union, and the allies of the United States will simply be dependent on the United States, and nobody would care about the Strait of Hormuz. That seems like a reasonably great plan because it will make the rest of the world dependent on the United States on energy. The only question is why nobody has thought about this plan before Trump. Is Trump such a genius that he came out with this brilliant plan to make the United States the global center of energy? Unfortunately, there is one huge plan or one huge problem with this plan. And that is if you want to build a refinery, it takes at least 5 to 10 years to build a refinery. And that is in the best case scenario. When you build the refinery, it's a financial investment. So if you put, for example, $1 billion to do it, but it usually costs like $10 to $20 billion, you need to make the $10 to $20 billion back before you're going to make a profit. And it usually takes around 15 to 20 years to break even for every single refinery. And that's why the United States in the last 50 years hasn't actually built a single refinery. Why would you build a refinery when it's going to take you probably 20 to 30 years to break even? It would be far better financially viable for you to extract the oil and refine it whenever you have a good refinery for that particular oil. But Trump is like, screw that. He just signed a deal that they will be building more refineries across the United States, and these refineries most likely never going to pay off. But that also creates another problem, and that is the future is electric. The entire world is moving into renewable energy because we know for a fact that there is a finite amount of oil in the world. And if you want to be energy independent, if you want to be energy sufficient, then you have to improve the renewable energy so that most of the source of your energy is going to come from renewables such as sun, and that means that you have unlimited amount of energy. And that's why China, for example, has been investing hundreds of billions of dollars in building these technologies. And guess which country leads the world in renewable energy? Yes, that is China. At least 20 to 40% of China's energy right now comes from renewable energy. And in 30 years from now, it is going to be most likely 80 because they have built the infrastructure. And if they grow at this rate, in 30 years from now, they will dominate the renewable energy because most of their energy is going to come from there. China also manufactures about 90% of global batteries. So here's the problem that the United States is facing. The United States is taking a strategic decision to focus on the past. Instead of investing in renewable energy, we are going to invest more money in refining oil and investing in the past, while China is investing in the future to dominate the entire future. So who do you think, for example, European countries are going to ally themselves with? Will they be buying more oil from the United States, or it's far better for them to ally with China and buy all of these technologies so that European Union will be energy independent because they will also extract their oil from renewables instead of relying on the United States for oil? How about Japan? Do you think Japan wants to continue importing oil? Or maybe Japan simply wants to have all of these solar batteries or solar panels and they will have infinite amount of energy from the sun. Do you see the strategic mistake that Donald Trump is making right now? Now, I'm not trying to criticize Trump. I'm simply telling you that nobody over the last 50 years has invested in refineries because everybody knows that the future is not in oil. Even though that we are not going to get rid of oil entirely, and oil is still going to play a very important role in our entire economy, but we have plenty of refineries across the globe to refine enough oil for the rest of the world. And now we are going to be investing dozens of billions of dollars in something that is never going to pay off, as the demand for oil is going to go down over the next 30 years and the demand for the renewable energy is going to keep rising. And that is the fundamental mistake that the United States is making right now. And the US is doing that because the United States is very desperate, since it can't secure the Strait of Hormuz, and other countries are trying to negotiate with Iran instead of negotiating with the United States, since Iran is holding the cards when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz. Even though that this seems like a catastrophe for the US dollar, it doesn't mean that it does not represent great opportunity to massively profit from this. As they say that never let a good crisis go to waste. So if you want a step-by-step instruction on how you can massively profit from this, then join the Investing Academy. The link is going to be in the description of this video.